You don't need to follow every fashion fad to stay stylish. The truth is, true elegance comes from knowing which trends elevate your wardrobe and which ones leave you looking dated by winter. Today, I'll share 10 autumn 2025 trends worth embracing, plus 5 you can confidently skip. These choices are based on wearability, longevity, and how seamlessly they fit into a sophisticated wardrobe. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap for autumn fashion. A wardrobe that feels current, timeless, and authentically you. And wait until you see which so-called luxury trend we're telling you to ditch. It might surprise you. Let's begin with a trend that's rich, flattering, and guaranteed to turn heads. Number 1, rich jewel tones. Take center stage. Nothing captures autumn elegance quite like the deep, saturated colors that mirror the season's natural beauty. This autumn, fashion is embracing jewel tones with a sophistication that feels both fresh and timeless. I used to think bright colors were only for spring and summer, until I discovered how stunning deep emerald green looks against autumn light, or how a rich sapphire blue can make your eyes absolutely sparkle on a crisp October day. These aren't the harsh, artificial brights of fast fashion. These are the kind of deep, complex colors that add richness to everything they touch. The magic of jewel tones lies in their ability to enhance rather than overwhelm. Picture yourself in a beautiful ruby red sweater that makes your skin glow, or wrapped in a coat the color of deep amethyst that turns heads for all the right reasons. These colors work because they have depth and complexity, just like the women who wear them. This trend works particularly well because jewel tones are inherently sophisticated. They speak of quality, depth, and the kind of understated luxury that never goes out of style. An emerald green silk blouse, a sapphire blue cashmere scarf, or a rich garnet wool coat. These pieces feel special without being flashy. The beauty of embracing jewel tones is that they photograph beautifully, flatter a wide range of skin tones, and transition effortlessly from day to evening. But what makes this trend even more compelling is how it connects us to the natural world around us. Number 2. Texture mixing becomes an art form. This autumn, the most sophisticated outfits are those that combine different textures in unexpected and beautiful ways. It's about creating visual interest through the interplay of smooth and rough, soft and structured, matte and shine. The key is understanding that texture mixing isn't about throwing random fabrics together. It's about creating harmony through contrast. Think of pairing a smooth silk blouse with a chunky knit cardigan, or combining the sleekness of leather with the softness of cashmere. Each texture enhances the others, creating an outfit that's far more interesting than any single fabric could achieve alone. This trend feels particularly relevant for women who appreciate craftsmanship and quality. When you're mixing textures thoughtfully, you're showcasing an understanding of how different materials work together. It's the kind of sophisticated styling that comes from experience and confidence. The practical beauty of texture mixing is that it allows you to wear pieces you already own in new and interesting ways. That velvet blazer you love can look completely different when paired with raw silk instead of your usual cotton blouse. Your favorite wool trousers take on new life when worn with a textured knit sweater instead of a smooth silk top. Start with 2 contrasting textures and build from there. Perhaps it's the smoothness of satin with the roughness of tweed, or the structure of leather with the flow of chiffon. The goal is balance and harmony, not chaos. But texture is just one way to add interest to your autumn wardrobe. Let's explore another timeless approach. Number 3, the return of tailored sophistication. After years of relaxed, oversized everything, Autumn 2025 brings back the beauty of clothes that actually fit your body properly. This isn't about tight or restrictive clothing. It's about celebrating the elegance that comes from well-fitted, beautifully tailored pieces. Think of this trend as a return to craftsmanship and intention in dressing. A blazer that skims your shoulders perfectly, trousers that hit at just the right length, a coat that follows your natural silhouette without clinging. These pieces feel like they were made for you because they actually fit you properly. The beauty of tailored sophistication is that it's inherently flattering. When clothes fit well, they enhance your natural proportions and create clean, elegant lines that are universally appealing. There's something deeply satisfying about putting on a perfectly fitted jacket and feeling instantly more polished and confident. This trend is particularly powerful because it emphasizes quality over quantity. Instead of filling your closet with trendy pieces that don't quite fit right, you're investing in fewer, better pieces that make you look and feel amazing every time you wear them. The most elegant interpretation of this trend focuses on classic silhouettes with perfect proportions. A well-fitted blazer in a beautiful autumn color, trousers that follow your leg line beautifully, or a coat that makes you feel like the most sophisticated version of yourself. The secret to mastering tailored sophistication is understanding that fit is everything, and sometimes that means investing in alterations to make pieces truly your own. Number 4, luxurious layering. That actually works. Layering has evolved from a practical necessity to an art form, and Autumn 2025 celebrates the kind of thoughtful layering that creates both warmth and visual interest. This isn't about piling on pieces randomly. It's about creating beautiful combinations that look intentional and effortless. The key to luxurious layering is choosing pieces that work together harmoniously. Start with a beautiful base layer, perhaps a silk camisole or a perfectly fitted turtleneck. Then add complementary pieces that enhance rather than compete. A cashmere cardigan over a silk blouse, a structured vest over a flowing shirt, or a beautiful scarf that ties everything together. What makes this trend particularly appealing is its practicality. Autumn weather can be unpredictable, and layering allows you to adjust your comfort level throughout the day. Too warm? Remove the cardigan. Feeling chilly? Add a beautiful scarf. It's fashion that adapts to your needs, rather than forcing you to adapt to it. The most elegant layering combinations feel natural and unforced. Think about how different lengths, textures, and weights work together. A longer cardigan over a shorter top creates beautiful proportions. A lightweight scarf adds color and interest without bulk. A structured jacket over a flowing dress creates appealing contrast. This trend also allows you to get more wear from pieces you already own. That summer silk blouse can transition beautifully into autumn when layered under a wool blazer. Your favorite dress becomes autumn appropriate with the addition of a beautiful cardigan and tights. The secret is to layer with intention, choosing pieces that enhance each other rather than competing for attention. Number 5, statement outerwear takes the lead. Your coat is often the first and last thing people see when you're dressed for autumn weather. So why not make it count? This season celebrates outerwear that makes a beautiful statement while still being completely practical. This doesn't mean loud or flashy coats. It means choosing outerwear with interesting details, beautiful colors, or exceptional craftsmanship that elevates your entire look. Perhaps it's a coat in that perfect shade of camel that makes everything look expensive, or a trench with beautiful hardware that catches the light just right. The beauty of statement outerwear is that it can make even the simplest outfit underneath look sophisticated and well thought out. When your coat is beautiful and well chosen, everything else falls into place. You can wear basic pieces underneath and still look polished and put together. Think about what kind of statement you want to make with your outerwear. Do you prefer classic elegance with a twist? Perhaps a traditional wool coat in an unexpected color? Do you love interesting textures? Maybe a coat with beautiful embossed details or subtle pattern mixing? The most successful statement coats are those that reflect your personal style, while being versatile enough to work with multiple outfits. They should feel like a natural extension of your wardrobe, rather than a costume piece you're not sure how to wear. Remember, when your outerwear is the statement piece, everything else can be beautifully simple. Let your coat do the talking while you enjoy the compliments. Number 6, vintage-inspired accessories with modern twist. Accessories are having a moment of nostalgic sophistication, with vintage-inspired pieces that feel fresh and contemporary rather than costume-like. This trend celebrates the craftsmanship and elegance of past eras while adapting them for modern life. Think structured handbags with beautiful hardware reminiscent of the elegant styles of decades past, but updated with contemporary functionality. Scarves with classic patterns but in modern color combinations. Jewelry that echoes vintage designs but feels current and wearable. The beauty of this trend is that it allows you to incorporate the timeless elegance of vintage style without looking like you're wearing a costume. A beautifully structured handbag with vintage-inspired details can elevate any modern outfit. A scarf with a classic pattern in contemporary colors adds interest without feeling dated. This approach to accessories also celebrates quality and craftsmanship. Vintage-inspired pieces tend to be better made, with attention to details that mass-produced accessories often lack. They're the kind of pieces that get better with age and become more beautiful the longer you own them. The key is choosing vintage-inspired accessories that work with your existing wardrobe rather than requiring you to completely change your style. Look for pieces that feel like they could have come from your grandmother's jewelry box but work perfectly with your modern clothes. These accessories add character and personality to your outfits in a way that purely contemporary pieces sometimes can't achieve. Number 7. Elevated comfort that doesn't compromise style. The line between comfort and elegance continues to blur in the most beautiful way, with pieces that feel as good as they look. This trend celebrates clothing that moves with you, breathes with you, and makes you feel confident all day long. This isn't about athleisure or obviously casual pieces. It's about finding beautifully made clothes that happen to be incredibly comfortable. Think cashmere sweaters that feel like luxury and look appropriately elegant for any occasion. Wool trousers with just enough stretch to move naturally. Dresses that flow beautifully but don't restrict your movement. The secret is in the fabric choices and construction methods. Natural fibers that breathe and move. Thoughtful seaming that flatters without constraining. And silhouettes that look structured but feel relaxed. When you find these pieces, getting dressed becomes a pleasure rather than a compromise. This trend is particularly appealing for women who lead active lives but still want to look polished and put together. You can chase after grandchildren, walk miles exploring a new city, or spend long days at work without sacrificing your style or your comfort. The most elegant interpretation of elevated comfort focuses on quality construction and beautiful fabrics rather than obvious athletic influences. These pieces look sophisticated and intentional, not like you've given up on style for the sake of comfort. When comfort and elegance work together this seamlessly, you wonder why anyone ever thought they had to choose between them. Number 8. Sophisticated earth tones replace basic neutrals. While basic black, grey and beige will always have their place, Autumn 2025 celebrates the richer, more complex neutral palette that nature provides. These sophisticated earth tones feel more interesting and alive than basic neutrals while being just as versatile. Think warm terracotta, rich chocolate brown, sage green, dusty olive, and creamy mushroom. Colors that feel grounded and natural while being incredibly flattering and sophisticated. These aren't the stark artificial neutrals of fast fashion. These are the complex, nuanced colors that make everything look more expensive. The beauty of sophisticated earth tones is that they work harmoniously together, allowing you to mix and match pieces with confidence. A sage green sweater looks beautiful with chocolate brown trousers. Terracotta accessories complement both olive and cream beautifully. These colors create natural, effortless combinations. These earth tones also photograph beautifully and flatter a wide range of skin tones. They have warmth and depth that basic neutrals sometimes lack, making them more interesting and engaging while still being incredibly versatile and easy to wear. The trend towards sophisticated earth tones also reflects a broader movement toward more sustainable, mindful fashion choices. These colors feel connected to the natural world and suggest a more thoughtful approach to building a wardrobe. When you embrace sophisticated earth tones, your entire wardrobe feels more cohesive and intentional, like pieces that naturally belong together. Number 9, quality knitwear that stands the test of time. Autumn is knitwear season, and this year the focus is on pieces that justify their place in your wardrobe through superior quality, beautiful design, and lasting appeal. This isn't about quantity, it's about choosing knitwear that you'll treasure for years to come. The difference between quality knitwear and mass-produced sweaters is immediately apparent when you see and feel them. The wool is softer, the construction is better, the colors are richer, and the overall effect is one of understated luxury rather than obvious trendiness. Think about investing in a few beautiful pieces rather than filling your closet with mediocre ones. A cashmere sweater in a color that makes you glow, a wool cardigan that layers beautifully over everything, or a perfectly fitted turtleneck that makes you feel confident and comfortable. Quality knitwear improves with age when properly cared for. The fibers soften, the fit becomes more personalized to your body, and the pieces develop character that mass-produced items never achieve. These become the pieces you reach for again and again, season after season. The most elegant approach to knitwear is choosing classic silhouettes in beautiful colors and superior materials. These pieces work with everything in your wardrobe and never look dated or trying too hard. When you invest in quality knitwear, you're investing in pieces that will bring you joy and confidence for many autumns to come. Number 10. Timeless silhouettes with contemporary details. The final trend to embrace celebrates the beauty of classic silhouettes, updated with subtle contemporary touches. This approach honors the elegance of timeless design, while acknowledging that fashion should evolve and stay fresh. This might mean a classic trench coat with modern hardware, a traditional blazer in an updated proportion, or a timeless dress silhouette in a contemporary fabric or color. The foundation is classic and proven, but the details make it feel current and relevant. The beauty of this approach is that it results in pieces that feel both familiar and fresh. You're not taking a risk on something completely untested, but you're also not wearing something that feels dated or stale. It's the perfect balance between classic and contemporary. These pieces also tend to have longer staying power than purely trendy items. Because the foundation is classic, they don't become quickly outdated. The contemporary details keep them feeling current without being tied to a specific moment in fashion. This trend is particularly appealing for women who appreciate classic style but don't want to look like they're stuck in the past. It allows you to honor timeless elegance while still participating in contemporary fashion. When you choose timeless silhouettes with contemporary details, you're building a wardrobe that will serve you well for many seasons while still feeling fresh and current. Trends to ditch. Number 1. Overly distressed everything. While a little wear and intentional distressing can add character to certain pieces, the trend toward excessively ripped, frayed, and artificially aged clothing has run its course. This autumn, skip the pieces that look like they've been through a shredder. The problem with overly distressed pieces is that they often look more accidental than intentional. When every surface of a garment is ripped, frayed, or artificially aged, it stops looking like a design choice and starts looking like clothing that's simply worn out. True elegance lies in pieces that look intentional and well cared for, rather than accidentally damaged. Choose clothing that shows quality and craftsmanship rather than artificial wear that adds nothing to the overall design. Instead of overly distressed pieces, look for clothing with interesting textures or subtle wear that feels natural and purposeful. The goal is character, not chaos. Number 2, fast fashion. Trend pieces that won't last the season. With sustainability and quality becoming increasingly important, this autumn is the perfect time to ditch the fast fashion mentality of buying trendy pieces that won't survive more than a few wears or washes. These pieces might seem appealing in the store because of their low price point, but they rarely deliver on their promise. The colors fade quickly, the fabrics pill or stretch out of shape, and the construction fails after minimal wear. Instead of filling your closet with quantity, focus on choosing fewer, better pieces that will serve you well for multiple seasons. Quality clothing is actually more economical in the long run because it lasts longer and looks better throughout its lifespan. The most elegant approach is to invest in pieces that justify their place in your wardrobe through superior construction, beautiful materials, and timeless appeal. Number 3, logos and branding that scream for attention. Subtle luxury is much more sophisticated than obvious displays of brand names and logos. This autumn, skip the pieces where the brand name is the most prominent design element. True elegance whispers rather than shouts, and clothing covered in obvious branding often detracts from your personal style rather than enhancing it. When the logo is the main focus, the craftsmanship and design of the piece often take a back seat. Choose pieces that are beautiful and well made on their own merits, rather than relying on brand recognition for their appeal. The most sophisticated clothing lets the quality speak for itself. Number 4, uncomfortable shoes that sacrifice function for fashion. Life is too short for shoes that make every step a struggle. This autumn, prioritize footwear that allows you to move through your day with confidence and comfort, rather than constantly thinking about your feet. Elegant shoes should enhance your grace and confidence, not undermine them. When you're worried about your footing or counting the minutes until you can take your shoes off, it affects your entire presence and enjoyment of life. Look for shoes that combine style with comfort, quality with practicality. The most elegant footwear allows you to focus on everything else in your life because your feet are happy and supported. Number 5, trend pieces that don't fit your lifestyle. Finally, skip any trend that doesn't actually work with your real life, regardless of how fashionable it might be. The most beautiful clothing in the world is useless if it doesn't fit your lifestyle, your schedule, or your personal preferences. Consider your daily activities, your climate, your personal style, and your comfort level before embracing any trend. Fashion should enhance your life, not complicate it or make you feel uncomfortable in your own skin. The most elegant approach to trends is selective adoption, choosing the elements that work for you, while confidently passing on those that don't serve your style or lifestyle. Closing thoughts. Navigating autumn fashion trends doesn't have to be overwhelming or expensive. The key is approaching trends with wisdom and selectivity, choosing the movements that enhance your personal style rather than overshadow it. The trends worth embracing this autumn all share common characteristics. They're wearable, they enhance rather than complicate your life, and they have staying power beyond this single season. They celebrate quality, comfort, and the kind of thoughtful style choices that reflect sophistication and self-knowledge. Remember that trends are tools to inspire and refresh your wardrobe, not rules you must follow. Take what serves you, leave what doesn't, and always trust your own instincts about what makes you feel confident and beautiful. The most elegant women understand that true style comes from knowing yourself well enough to make choices that honor both your aesthetic preferences and your practical needs. When you achieve this balance, fashion becomes a source of joy rather than stress. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Autumn Fashion 2025. We hope these insights help you create a wardrobe that feels both current and authentically you. Here's to an autumn filled with beautiful clothes that make you feel as good as you look.